I welcome you all to DownToEarth Views. Today we'll talk about the US elections 2020 and what's going on right now. As we all hear in the news media and we see on television and we read reports, Donald Trump is trying to make an attempt to prevent Joe Biden from becoming the president, although he has won both electoral votes and the majority vote. It's not just an attempt by a person who's obsessed with victory and he cannot accept a loss. It may be true with regard to Donald Trump, but there's also a party motive behind all this that is going on. And here is why I think they're collectively trying to prevent Joe Biden from coming, not only preventing Joe Biden from coming in, but making this election process null and void so that in future they have a better chance of winning the election. If they don't, and if they accept as it is, then it is quite likely that the Republican Party could be voted out for almost forever, virtually forever. Here is why I think this can happen. If you look at the vote bank of both parties. You look at Democrats. Democrats have a vote bank in the urban centers in the U.S. And they uh, probably have more votes among, or majority votes among the voters between the age of 18 and around 40, because these people constitute either students who are going to the universities or people with blue and white collar jobs. Whereas the Republicans have strong support in the rural areas, in the Midwest and in the South of the US. Now, this is the first time in the history of the US that everybody is given a ballot paper beforehand to either vote by mail ballot, or if not, then go and vote at the polling station. As opposed to in the past, where if somebody wants to, vote by mail, you would request the election commission or the authorities to send them the ballot paper to vote by mail, and then he could only do it. So a lot of people didn't bother to really go and ask for the mail ballot. Secondly, the elections for some reason, I personally think purposefully, are held on a working day, which is, I believe, Tuesday of November. Um, Now, this has some consequences for Democratic voters. Uh, the main consequence is that these are working people, the working class. They have jobs, uh, they're studying in the universities, so probably they have to find a window within which to vote, which sometimes become cumbersome, and sometimes they say, okay, I'm going to forget it. It's too much of a hassle. And therefore, traditionally, the votes have been reduced because of this impediment, if you want to call it. Now, with the ballot voting, this impediment is removed, because now what they do is they receive a ballot, and all they have to do is just cast a vote and send and mail it back to the authorities. So this has basically taken away the the difficulty or the impediments that they would face while have to personally go and vote. So this has basically opened a window of opportunity for Democrats, because now what they can do is they can have more votes in their favors from those people who previously thought or were unable to vote. Now this means that Republicans can theoretically be voted out in all the elections henceforth. Now, Republicans cannot accept that, and in fact, I would go to the extent that the conservative or the extreme right uh, wing of the political party would be even more worried, because now they don't have a chance to really come back and do what they want to do. Um, so I think the battle in the court will continue, and I won't be surprised if Supreme Court or somewhere down the line the courts decide that okay, the election, the voting process should not allow for you know, mail ballots to be mailed to registered voters, and there is a possibility of misuse. Not because there is an actual misuse, but because this would really position Democrats better. So uh, I think somewhere down the road the courts will probably put some restrictions. Now, in my view, those restrictions may or may not have the same impact, because now the general public and particularly Democrats have basically tested that if they vote by mail, their vote is counted, and it can be sort of make a difference in electing um, the president of the choice. And because the Democrats tend to be more liberal than the conservative, the younger population is, with the passage of time, the new will move towards, skew towards this school of thinking. So what Republicans are really, really worried, if this is not challenged and this is not reversed, then this probably is the beginning of their end, or it's already their end as a political party, and therefore the right wing to control the U.S. and do whatever they want. I mean, they have in the past waged illegal wars against countries. They have bullied the other countries. They have basically demanded rather than earned respect. So this could change, and this could be for the betterment of the U.S. across the globe. Um, so my thought is that this battle is going to linger on, and they will probably, there's a possibility that the Supreme Court um, may give some kind of a verdict, which basically would may disallow a large scale voting by mail, just to ensure that the Republicans have some chance. So this is my view. I could be totally wrong. I may be totally off the mark. But if you have any comments, please share. Or if you think that it makes sense, share this video with others. Thank you very much for your patience, and have a good day. Bye.